नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्ष्यायां स्वागतं प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा हरिः ओं तत्सत् द्वितीय सुभाषितं पठितव्यम् आसीत् पठित्वा अग्रे सरामः एवमस्ति सुभाषितं पापान् निवारयति योजयते हिताय गुह्यं निगूहति गुणान् प्रकटीकरोति आपद्गतं च न जहाति ददाति काले सन्मित्रलक्षणमिदं प्रवदन्ति सन्तः सुलभमेव अस्ति पापात् निवारयति पापात् तकारस्य नकारत्वेन परिवर्तनम् अग्रे नकारः अस्ति वर्गपञ्चमः इति एवं तत्र व्यञ्जनसन्धिः पापान् निवारयति पापात् निवारयति योजयते हिताय निवारयति इति क्रियापदं योजयते इति क्रियापदम् अर्थात् वाक्यद्वयं तत्र गुह्यं निगूहति पुनः निगूहति इति क्रियापदं तृतीयवाक्यं गुणान् प्रकटीकरोति करोति इति क्रियापदं प्रकटी इति उपसर्गार्थे तत्र स्थापितमस्ति तु चतुर्थवाक्यं तत्र आपद्गतं च न जहाति पुनः जहाति इति क्रियापदं तु पञ्चमवाक्यं ददाति काले ददाति इति पुनः क्रियापदं तु षष्ठवाक्यं सन्मित्रलक्षणम् इदं प्रवदन्ति सन्तः प्रवदन्ति इति पुनः क्रियापदं तु सप्तमवाक्यम् अर्थात् सप्तषु वाक्येषु सुभाषितम् उक्तमस्ति वेरी रेयर टू सी so many kriyapadas in a subhashita but it is beautiful. The meaning is also very nice. Papat nivarayati, from this sin or sinful acts distances someone, somebody, someone distances another from sinful acts. Yojayate hitaya, engages someone in pleasant activities, or you can say useful progressive activities. Guhyam niguhati, progressive in the old sense of the word progressive. Okay. Guhyam niguhati, that which has to be kept secret is maintained in secrecy by someone. Gunan prakati karoti, the good values and characteristics of another, he or she announces to the world. That means doesn't hide those. Apadgatam cha najahati, the one who has fallen into difficulty, apatti, one who has fallen into difficulty, gone into difficulty, he does not abandon, give up. Kale dadati, at the appropriate time when the need is there, he gives, not otherwise. Sanmitra lakshanam idam pravadanti santaha. So all these things above described, the situation and the action, etc., or a quality and an action, etc. All these things are Sanmitra Lakshana. These are all, though it is in singular here, you can take it in the sense of Lakshana as a plurality of activities under one common Lakshana. Sanmitra Lakshana, of a good friend, idam, this thing, Santaha Pravadanti, the saints so declare or so say that these are the good qualities of a good friend, like that. So a good friend is supposed to avoid us from entering into sinful activities, engage us in fruitful activities, and keep our secrets and publish our goods in the sense of good qualities, and does not abandon us in times of difficulty, and when there is a need, does provide whatever assistance that is needed. Beautiful. So the breaks are very easy. Papat, nivareti, we saw that. After that, almost, sanmitra lakshanam idam. There is simply a samyoga there. There is no sandhi. So literally there is one vyanjana sandhi. That's it. Anunasika sandhi, probably it is called because Varga Panchama conversion. But of course, guhyam, wherever you see a bindu, there is anuswara that is there given, but there is no visarga sandhi as such. Very nice. For once there is no visarga sandhi. It is a rarity. Okay. So this is how we have the anvaya, including some additionals which help us to clarify even better. Yaha mitram papat nivarayati. I have added the yaha and mitram as from sanmitra lakshanam. Mitram has been borrowed back here. One who his friend, a friend, like both are friends to each other. So one who to his friend prevents from entering into papa, etc. like that. So yahacha tam nihitaya yojayate yascha tasya guhyam niguhati yascha tasya gunan prakati karoti yascha apadgatam tam na jahati yah kale tasmai dadati cha. Cha was already there, so not needed with yaha. Okay. Saha sanmitram bhavati. I added to conclude that part. And then go santaha idam or imani sanmitra lakshanani iti pravadanti. So this way you can break it up. So I guess pratipadartha will pretty much be there. We will see the tatparya. A good friend will always pull you out of the sinful path and put you on the beneficial path. They have nicely connected the two there. Nice. He will keep your secrets while letting others know about your good qualities. Again, the connection has been drawn to the two halves of the pada, two subquarters of the pada. When you are in trouble, he will be by your side and will give you whatever is needed in the hour of need. They're kind of connected also, right? Pious men call these a true friend's characteristics. See, they have pluralized correctly into English, because in English we kind of use the plurality to refer to characteristics rather than characteristic. Any questions?
Sir, this word prakati karoti, if we don't use the karoti form, then what is the normal
prakatayati?
Prakatayati.
Prakatayati.
It'll always be in that. Is Shuradi Gana then? That okay, sir. Okay,
it's
sir.
like kind of a twin verb with one in a kridanta attachment as a kind of a qualifier to the karoti. It's almost it's slightly different than the lyudanta plus kriyapada we use. We say bhojanam karoti. That is the lyudanta plus kriyapada technique. Here it's been used in a kind of a prefix sense. Okay, I have to learn from the learned what is the grammar that allows this kind of, what is this pratyayanta, okay, that allows this prefixation to a karoti kriyapada.
Okay, sir.
Not probably kru alone, maybe some other kriyapadas also can take like this. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I don't know the grammar aspect. Yeah.
Mahodaya, yojayate, is it atmanepadi?
Yes. Yojayate is atmanepadi dhatu. That's why it's in atmane. Nivarayati, etc. are parasmai. Correct?
Sir, jahati, sir?
Barely able to hear you. What did you say, sir?
Jahati.
Jahati, also a parasmai dhatu. Like, to leave something is jahati. So na jahati is not to leave.
Okay.
Sir, yes is a sandhi,
Huh?
Is it a Sandhi?
Yascha is a
Nah.
Sandhi. Eh?
Just 1 minute. I will mute Dinesh Shavaria because a lot of noise. Who was the other one asking a question?
Narasimham, Yascha is a Sandhi, sir. Yascha.
Yescha. Everywhere where I have used it is Sandhi. Yahacha, yahacha, yahacha. Correct. We almost don't write it that way. It's become a practice to do yescha because it's such a nice rhyming way of saying it.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. So, okay, what was the doubt still you were having left, Varya? I mean,
Sir, it was Jahati only. Like Jahati can be split or something. Is it?
No. It is a full Kriya Pada. The
Okay.
dhatu plus its pratyaya, ting pratyaya, lat. That's all.
Okay.
There is no prefix, nothing. Jahati. That's it. It's a lat. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So the questions are fairly, I mean, everything is staring at us. So it's probably Kasmat Mitram Kasmat Nivarayati, Papat Nivarayati, Mitram Kasmat Asman Yojayate, Hitaya Yojayate, like that. Like this, we can keep asking. Kam niguhati, mitram asmakam kam niguhati, guhyam niguhati. Like this, we can straight question. So not, I mean, fairly straightforward, really, but still, let's. You can kind of expect questions like this. Okay. Kaha asman papat nivarayati, sanmitram would be the answer. Everything of this sanmitram would be the answer. So I won't even what you call pain you to answer this. So sanmitram asman papat nivarayati. Or another type of more interesting question could be sanmitra lakshanani kani bhavanti. Then you have to reach it papat nivaranam, hitaya yojanam, guhyasya niguhanam, gunanam prakatikaranam. Like this, you have to use slightly different way. Or you can write in the way it is there in the verse. If you can't do the grammatical twists to take it into the correct form, it's okay. But this is the Ludanta form. Papat nivaranam, hitakarye yojanam, guhyasya niguhanam, gunanam prakatikaranam, apatkale atyajanam, atva I don't know, Jahanam, Ajahanam, something like that may be there. But so I chose something safer. Then Dushkale Danakaranam cha Sanmitra Lakshanani Bhavanti. Like that we can say. This kind of complex way they won't ask, they will ask fairly much more simpler. But we should start getting ready for this kind of climb if possible. Okay.
Sir, one other question. The change from vadanti to pravadanti, does it mean it becomes proverbial? In that sense, it becomes...
No.
No,
Praise only accentuation in the sense of purposeful telling is pravadana. Okay. Vadana means to tell. Okay. It can be anything. But pravadana means to, like, just like we say pravachana. Vachana, pravachana. That means something relevant, targeted, vectored speech is pravadana. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It accentuates and puts purpose to the activity.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. And in this case, of course, the Kavi chooses to throw it in for his prasa, etc. But also there is a purpose in the context. Yeah. So finally, in English, it is simply says. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So now we come to Padasangraha section. Now we have 4 dhatus to deal with. Da, krand, pat, gai. Kranda, actually. Okay. So what Samskrita Bharati has done is they have not given the full Dhatupata version. They have just stripped all the extra aksharas and given the functional part of the dhatu, which is da, kranda, pat, gai. Okay. I don't know if there is a halant of kranda. They just missed it. Okay. So da, it's a tough dhatu. Da. Actually, it comes in 2 colors, by the way. Okay. Here, let me bring to your attention to these 2 tables over here. So there are 2 patas for da dhatu. One is dan dane, which is in the Vadi or the first gana, which is the easy gana. The bhavati bhavataha bhavanti gana. Okay. Then there is a juhotyadi gana, which is a tougher one, 3rd gana, where again dan also comes but as Dudai Pata with its different itaksharas. Okay, so Dudai, Dane. So both of them are da. The working element in both is dane, dane. But there are two different pathas and two different ways of conjugating them. Okay, and sometimes some overlap will be there. If you see the other lakaras, etc., nijanta, you may see some overlap. But very interestingly, Samskrita Bharati has chosen to show both in some places. Okay, that's why I brought this to your attention. This dhatu is easier. This dana dane is easier. Its form, but though in Lat is yachati yachataha yachanti, yachasi yachataha yachata, yachami yachavaha yachamaha, which is very easy for us. But this guy is a tough nut. Okay, dadati, dattaha, dadati. You will just not be able to guess it. You have to mentally practice, just like karoti, kurutaha, kurvanti, like that. This guy is a tough one. So dadati, dattaha, dadati. This looks like ekavachana, but that is bahuvachana. This is something new in dvivachana. Okay, then dadasi. Luckily, it continues the trend of dadati, dadasi. Dattaha again continues the trend. Dadati switches to dattha, completely new form. Then this one luckily again falls back. Dadami, dadvaha, dadmaha. It's kind of nice. Huh? Gachami, gachavaha, gachamaha. Dadami, dadvaha. Dadavahana, dadvaha, dadmaha. So it is an important dhatu, and it's also the more used. Dudai form is more used than Dana form. It's also used a lot, but Dudai form is also used. So we must practice both. We cannot neglect. Okay. And since at our beginning level, Lat is very important, I have shown that, but we should go and compare the other lakaras. This is all cut paste from ashtadhyayi.com, as you can make out. Okay. So you see this number plays an important role, 01, 03. They play an important role in this conjugation properties. Okay, as also further properties listed in this. I have cut it off, but it will further go on to say anit, set, all those things. Prasmaya, atmane, ubhaya, sakarmaka, akarmaka, dvikarmaka. All those things are important in understanding the dhatu. Anyway, da to give. So let us invite Usha Bhagini to help us read this. Usha Varya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Da
you slow.
Dadati yachati diyate dasyati datavyam daniyam dattaha datta dattam dattavan dattavati dadat yachan dadati yachanti dattva pradaya datum.
Bhagini, just wait a minute. So, so Ramaha pushpam dadati. Ramaha Lakshmanam kimapi yachati. I don't know, it is dvikarmaka. I have to be very careful. Okay, this is probably Sitaya dadati. Ramaha Sitaya pushpam dadati. It may be not dvikarmaka. So for Sita he gives pushpa. Like this we have to go. Then Ramena Sita pushpam diyate. Like that. And then the Sitaya pushpam diyate. Ramena Sitaya pushpam diyate. I have to keep Sita in the Chaturthi. Very carefully I have to keep that way. So then dasyati, future tense. Ramaha shvaha vane Sitaya pushpam dasyati. Like this. I am simply rubbing the same sentence so that we can compare. Okay. Rama Sita cannot abandon us in Sanskritam. So datavyam Ramena Sitaya pushpam datavyam eva. Daniyam eva. He must give her. Who else he will give? Like that. Dattaha. So Sitaya api Ramaha pushpam dattaha. Ramaha dattaha. Sitaya. Sita is the karta. So she goes to Tritiya. Like this. Okay. So then push something else. Gita pustaka. Gita datta. Something like that. Or Sita datta. So like this kind of various Sita. Oh, Janakena Ramaya Sita datta. That way. Okay, and Sita is not a karma, she is a literal object that has been given like that. So it's slightly different way of usage. Okay, then so other things follow like that. So if you see dadat is a tough form. Normally we have seen un ending for pullinga, right? Gachan, kurvan, this kind. So yachan is easier again, but dadat is the form in pullinga. So it's a little more tougher. This is shatranta. So pushpam dadat Ramah Sitam pashyati, like that, giving her the flowers. Rama looks at Sita, this kind of dadat. So it's a shatranta, means current continuous activity number 1, which is followed by activity number 2 later. So the same thing is Strilinga. Okay, then this tum, twanta and lyabanta are complete, past complete. Dattva kimapi anyat karoti, pradaya kimapi anyat karoti. Then this is potential thing. Datum ichchati. Datum ichchati, to give he likes, like that. Okay, continue Bhagini. The rest of the reading I won't disturb you.
Kranda, to cry. Krandati, krandyate, krandishyati, kranditavyam, krandaniyam, kranditaha, krandita, kranditam, kranditavan, kranditavati, krandan, krandanti, kranditva, akrandya, kranditum.
Very good dhatu, no? Very well behaved dhatu. You see, there isn't any play. Extremely said, kranda, 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 kranda. Here, itavyam, that we know where itavyam has to come. So, not krandatavyam, kranditavyam. Some places, little bit of that ikara insertion. We have over time learned that I think future tense helps us everywhere. The krandishyati, so that wherever that isya, that same clue you can take for these kind of things also, I think. Okay, so well done. Continue, Bhagini.
Pat, to fall. Patati, patyate, patishyati, patitavyam, pataniyam, patitaha, patita, patitam, patitavan, patitavati, patan, patanti, patitva, nipatya, patitum.
So now this one is the non-original dhatu form, not the transferred or the niche version. So if you remember, we had seen patayati and things like that, right? That one is a transferred one. Okay, so all of them can have the transferred, like dapayati. So there's a tougher one there. And then I don't know how the krandati will change. Krandayati, something like that. It may not be the growth. So maybe just krandayati, patayati. This kind of transformation also available. We know that there is, just like there is a karmani version which is shown here, krandyante. This dhatu itself, for all its lakaras, can switch to prayojaka mode using the transference, that niche type transference. Okay. So Patati is finished. So last one.
Gai, to sing. Gaya, giyate, gasyati, gatavyam, ganiyam, gitaha, gita, gitam, gitavan, gitavati, gayan, gayanti, gitva, pragaya, gatum.
Gatum. And the actual song is called Ganam. And the infinitive Ludanta is Gayanam. Okay. Gayanam means the act of singing. Ganam means is that which is sung. Okay. So Sanskrit is replete with all these plentiful varieties of derivation from the dhatus into various colors of words that we need using that kind of action. Okay. So that which is sung, the singer, the song, the act of singing, all these are derivable from this dhatu. Thanks, Varye. Well read. So, Balaha Mataram Pushpam Dadati. Samyak. Yeshaha Samyak Karoti. Shishuhu Uchchaihi Krandati. Yeshaha api Samyak Karoti. Dugdam Dadatu Mam iti. Dadatu ityeva kila loti. Tattu na sujitamasti dadatu iti syat. Bala chitrostraha patati. Ayyo. Bala gayika ganam gayati. एवं तत्र गानम् इत्यपि गै धातोः एव रूपं, गायिका इत्यपि गै धातोः एव रूपं, गायकः इति यथा अस्ति तथैव स्त्रीलिङ्गे गायिका इत्यपि गै धातोः, तत्र गै धातुः तदनन्तरं किमपि कृदन्तं, तदनन्तरं तत्र स्त्रीप्रत्ययः, एतत् सर्वम् अस्ति. Ante.
Sir, does matram, is it common for father and mother?
No, mataram is for mother, pitaram is
Okay.
for father.
No, because in the picture there's a father. I was wondering.
Ayo, madam, it's a Western mother. What do you expect? Sari and all. It's a good joke. Anyway, let's move forward. Okay. So now we need some crowdsourced reading. So I'll just mute everyone, invite someone to help us with this. Somebody that Shri Priya Ramakrishnan looks like a new name. Shri Priya Ramakrishnan.
Ha, Mahoday.
What we normally do, you have been attending quite a bit, madam?
Hi, Mahoday. Last week, I
Onwards you have joined. Okay. So what we normally do is we have different students come in and read a paragraph each or couple of paragraphs, which is a small one. And what I normally do is have them pause at the end of every sentence, help them in any diction correction to the extent my knowledge allows, and then actually give some simple explanation here and there, entering into some grammar rhetoric where needed. Whether I think it is needed, then I get into that. So you can start with this Kavya Katha onwards.
Ha, Mahoday. Dasharatha
Shapaha. So where we were, we have moved on to Dasharatha, right? So we have moved on from various kings into Dasharatha's domain. So now the Kavi Kalidasa in his Kavya, and we in this very, very, very simplified summary of that grand Kavya are going to read about the curse of Dasharatha. Continue, Bhagini.
Dasharatha Samyak Rajyam Paripalayati Sma.
So the Sma Prayoga is a little bit over-taught at this level. In the sense, you can use a latlakara paripalayati and put Sma to throw the whole thing into past tense like that. But it is not that way. Sma is an avyaya shabda, no doubt. And it is used in consonance with the lakara word like this, paripalayati, gacchati, like this, for sure. Yes. But it is in the sense of, for those who know Kannada, ಆಳುವಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದನು ಇದ್ದನು, that kind of iddanu, the irundar, pannittu irundar, that sense, or karta tha, that sense is there in tha, sense is there in the sma. Okay, so you cannot always simply avoid lung and others by keep on using this sma, then the story will become very, very, very ugly to read. Okay, like kakah gacchati sma, kakah dayati sma, kakah adha agacchati sma, horrible storytelling. Okay, ekada vane kakah gacchati sma, first sentence, finish the sma, after that don't use sma. Okay, just go in latlakara, it's okay, no need to keep pushing it into past tense. Establish that it was ekada, so now we are reading it in the kind of a screenplay of a past, that's all. Okay, so don't overuse sma when you recite, just because at the starting level they tell, oh, this is a technique to push things into past tense. It is not. It is actually a type of opening in the storytelling sense. Okay, used to like that in the past, he used to rule, that sense is there in the sma. So every sentence, if you throw used to, how ugly it will sound. The same thing will happen to storytelling. So Bhagini has read the first sentence there. He used to rule the country well. Right. Continue, Bhagini.
Kintu bahukalam saha putra rahitaha asit.
So as usual, as is the problem for all Raghukula kings, Rishis have to come to the rescue. So where for a long time he was without a son. What will Rishis do, right? So good. Continue.
Ataha tasya chinta asit.
Therefore, he had a worry, or actually of him worry was there. That is our Butler grammar, but you know how to rephrase it. So you see Kannada perfect. Adarinda avana chinteyu ittu, like that. Avanige we say nowadays in Kannada, but avana chinteyu ittu won't be wrong. Say adinda avanukku chintai irundadu, something little bit Sanskritized Tamil. So like that we say, na, same way we say in Sanskrit. Continue, Bhagini.
Devendraha Devalokasya Nrupaha.
So he was the, we know this, Indra was the king of Devaloka, even in Dasharatha's time. Nowadays we don't know who is ruling there, but yeah, continue, Bhagini.
Tasya Rajdhani Amaravati.
His capital was called Amaravati, not the one here in Andhra, the one there in Devaloka.
Rakshasaha Devanam Vairinaha.
So we know that there is these two clans in this ethereal world, Rakshasas and Devas. So they are eternal enemies. So, but here it is pointed that Rakshasas were enemies of Devas, but for us, I think the feeling was mutual. Continue.
Te Devalokasya Akramanam Kritavantaha.
They, of the Devaloka, the attack they did. Butler. So we know how to come to English.
Devaha Pitaha.
See, they were afraid. They were scared. So these guys were not push-offs. Okay. Continue.
Devendraha Dasharadasya Sahayaya
Sahayam.
Sahayam Prarthitavan.
So Devendra had to take the help of Dasharatha. So he sent word through some Yaksha or Gandharva or one of those things. Hopefully he didn't send an Apsara, otherwise he will distract Dasharatha. So he sent message for help. He asked for help. Prarthitavan.
Dasharadaha Devalokam Gatva Asurehi Saha Yuddham Kritavan.
So this bold fellow went to Devaloka and fought with the Asuras. So look at this as the Galwan clash of those days. Continue.
Yuddhe Rakshasaha Parajitaha.
In the war, the enemies, Rakshasas, were defeated.
Devana Saukyam Jatam.
So for time being, the health and wealth of Devas was protected. That means their Saukhya was maintained like that. Thanks, Bhagini. Thanks, Bhagini. We'll ask someone else to help us.
Shall I read?
Rukmini Varya. Yeah, yesterday you were unable to unmute when I asked, and then Sharad Varya later I will call. Yeah, thanks.
Kalaha Atitaha.
Time passed. Okay. See, very simple way of saying, same way we say in English, no, same thing. Time passed. Kalaha Atitaha.
Ekada Vasantamase Dasharataha Mrigayam Kartum Vanam Gatavan.
Once, okay, was in the month of Vasanta Rutu, Vasanta Mase, Dasharataha Mrigayam. Mrigaya means hunting. The whole word Mrigaya means hunting. Okay, Mrigayam Kartum. Okay, and don't conclude Mrigaya Shabda is Strilinga, though it has a Dirga Akara. I will have to cross check what is the Linga, but let us take this for now. In order to hunting is the Mrigaya. Okay, in order to hunt, he went to the forest. Continue.
Vane Himstraha. Praninaha Asan.
In the forest, there were many cruel animals. Himsra means himsam dada, himsa karyam karoti iti himsraha. So himsraha bahuvachanam. Okay, so himsraha praninaha asan, that means lions and tigers and such. Okay.
Nripaha anekan praninaha hatavan.
Pranin shabda. So praninaha is not Shashti, it is actually Prathama Bahuvachana. Probably in Shashti also it will be praninaha. Of the prani also will be praninaha. Yeah. So Nripa, he killed many animals in his hunt.
Ante Dasharataha Ratrau Vane Eva Vitrantim Tvikritavan.
At the end, Dasharatha in the night, Ratrau, in the night. And then again, Saptami as a location, 1A, okay, in the forest only. The rest he received. That means he rested in the forest only, appropriately. Thanks, Bhagini. Well read. So let's call Sharadvar. Yeah, continue, sir.
धन्यवाद महोदय. महोदय, प्रातः दशरथ अश्वम आरूढ़वान.
Hold on. So pratah, it's like, it's kind of we don't modify this thing. It's like an indeclinable. So in the morning is the whole sense of pratah. It's like a permanently fixated in Saptami sense, in the morning, like that. Pratah, in the morning. Dasharatah Ashwam Arudavan. He climbed on to the horse. Yeah.
Tamasa nadi tiram gatvan.
So he proceeded towards the shore of Tamasa.
Nadi tire tapasvi kumarah asit.
In the shores of the Tapasa, there was a Tapasvi Kumara. There was a young son of Tapasvis, Tapasvi Kumara Asit. He was there.
Sah kumbe jalam puriyat sma.
Purayati sma. So he was filling the pot of water. Again, sma prayoga has been brought back, but kind of okay, once in a while thrown. Purayan asit. We know how to say now. Purayan asit is the correct modern, more proud way of saying it. Filling he was, like that. But purayatisma, let pushed into past tense. Okay.
Nrupah duratam shabdam shrutvan.
So this king, Dasharatha, without actually directly seeing what is happening, he was still not there. But from far, he heard this pot being filled, glug, 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 glug sound.
Gajasya shabdah iti sa chintitvan.
He thought, oh, that's an elephant. He thinks he's in some deep forest, etc. So he shouldn't be doing this kind of thing, but he thinks, oh, it is an elephant. He concludes with the Shabda Bodha.
Gajam hannantu banam visushtavan.
Hantum, tumunanta, in order to kill. Gajam hantum, the elephant as a karma pada, to kill. So Dasharatha is the common karta for that. Banam visrishtavan. Banam is the karma pada for visarjana. So banam visrishtavan. So he launched is the translation we should take. He launched the arrow, like that. Thanks, Varya. Well read. So
thank you, sir.
Kunikannan Varya, I saw you were trying to unmute. You can take some more. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Banaha tapasya kumaram atadayat.
This arrow that was launched by Dasharatha, it hit atadayat. Okay, it hit the Tapasvi Kumara, sadly.
Kumaraha ha tada idi krandanam kradavan.
He screamed, oh, my father, like this he screamed.
Nripaha tasya samipam gadavan.
Bhagini, Prajakta.
Krandanam is Shatru, is it?
Lyudanta.
Lyudanta.
See, Krandanam, the act of crying, screaming, like that.
Okay.
We saw, no, Krandati, etc.
Yes.
Krandanam is the
Krandan was there as Shatru, so I thought whether...
No, that is Krandan Halanta.
Halanta, right.
Halanta. That means as he was screaming, like that. Okay. So you can use that also for example, Iti Krandan Vilapitavan, something like that. Right? You have to use some other. Krandanam Kritavan. He did the screaming, crying.
Right. Like Vibhajya Prayog, right? This
Vibhajya Prayog, yeah.
Okay.
Kranditavan could have been said, but it's a little more powerful probably in the context of Krandanam Kritavan. Also simplification. Kridatus usage is suggested as simplification with Lyudantas. So that's all. Lyudanta means infinitive, what we say infinitive form of the verb in English, like the act of doing something. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, sir.
So, Variya, I think you were here. You read this, Nrupaha.
Nripaha tasya samipam gadavan.
So this our king, he rushed. I mean, we have to imagine the rushing. There is nothing here to indicate that. But Kalidasa would have nicely, colorfully described, no doubt. So he went near this fella.
Banahadam tam drishtva nripaha adiva dukkitaha.
So this Banahatam is a samasta. Banena ahatam, Banahatam. Okay, Banahataha is the Pratama. Here it's in Dvitiya, but the samasa is Banena ahataha. Ahataha is one who has been hit. Okay, Banena ahataha, one who has been hit by the arrow. So it is a Visheshana to the Tapasvi Kumara, and the Tapasvi Kumara is in Dvitiya. So Banahatam tam Tapasvi Kumaram. We have to imagine in the mind. Then Drishtva, Tvanta, having seen. See how beautifully all the grammar unravels for us in the sentence level. Nripaha, Prathama. So he is the Karta. So what is this Karya he does? Dukkha bhavana is his Karya. So Nrupaha Dukkitaha Abhavat. Okay, abhavat is the actual kriya pada, missing but not needed. So ativa dukkitaha abhavat, extremely sorrow fellow he became, like that. Means he grieved very much. What did I do? Like this. Continue, sir.
Padidam tapasvi kumaram ashramam nidavan.
The fallen Tapasvi Kumara as a karma pada, to the ashrama as a second karma pada, he took Nitavan, Kridanta, Ktavatu, Nitavan, Nitavan Abhavat, something like that. We can add, but almost redundant. If you keep adding this Abhavat Asit, it confuses than just leaving it with the Ktavatu, etc. Okay?
Tatra vriddau dampati astam.
Dvivachana. Dampati is a Dvivachana. See, Dampati, it's like, it's not a singularized one single element of the couple. The couple together is a Dvivachana, Dampati, like that. Okay. So the two mutually married persons, Dampati. Okay. Astam, that's why Dvivachana. See, Astam. Okay. They were there.
Tapasvi Kumara Mrdaha.
So this, sadly by this, though he rushed and took the body of the nearly dead Tapasvi Kumara, he actually died there in the ashrama. In probably, at least he had the fortune of being on the, what you say, parents kind of. How do you say it in English? I don't know. We say Madilu in Kannada.
Father's lap.
Lap, Variya. Thanks. So he died in the father and mother's lap. At least he had that much bhagya. Okay. Though it is durbhagya for them, but that's fine. At least they had the satisfaction. He said hello to them before he went. All right. So all that you should read Kalidasa to see the scene. Now, how much interest is piqued in us, how Kalidasa sees this, right? I haven't read it either directly. This much chapter we haven't entered in our Raghuvamsha pursuit. But in my life, through the help of my Guru Varya, I'll be entering there.
Sir,
somebody intervened. Yes.
Yes, sir. Myself. Sir, Dampati, what is Ekvachan then?
Dampatihi.
Dampatya?
Sir, the word itself means couple, sir. What is Ekvachan for that? Couple or couples?
No, but it is, Mahodaya's question is irrelevant, not irrelevant. The Sanskrit is sometimes agnostic. So one of a couple is also identified as an object. So Dampatihi is not wrong.
Okay. So secondly,
one of the married couple is Dampatihi.
Okay.
Or you can say, when you say Dampatyaha, what is the meaning? Many couples. There are different ways which can read this Ekavachana, Bahuvachana. Guys?
Okay.
It's not Nitya Dvivachana, as far as I know. I may be wrong. I will check that. Okay?
Sir, in Marathi, there's a very nice poem which describes this scene,
Oh, okay.
Very nice poem.
Please tell us if you remember, sir.
He आई घे दीर्घ पोडुनी हाक तो पडला जाऊनी झोक. हे पुढे फार मोठी आहे कविता सर. It will take time, so we'll finish it.
That's okay. Beautiful. See, this is lovely. See the bhava in how he sang it. Okay, we could understand. Oh, he has fallen. That kind of thing. Padala. So wonderful, Varya. Thanks for that interjection.
Okay.
Thanks. So Mahodaya, continue to read, sir.
Mridam putram drishtva vriddha kupitaha.
So this fellow father, he was really angry about this nonsense. I mean, he was the only caregiver, and as far as I remember, there was something about blindness, etc. I don't know whether I am recalling connecting dots correctly, but anyway, so he was really angry seeing his dead son.
Dasharathaya putra shogat tavapi maranam bhavishyati iti shabam dattavan.
So he, for the sake of Dasharatha, so though it is not a dana kriya in a true sense, but you see, you can give a shapa also, dana also. So he still goes to Chaturthi as the recipient. Dasharathaya putra shokat tavapi maranam bhavishyati. Due to the sorrow feeling of losing your son, that means putra gamana shokat, I mean nirgamana shokat. Yours also, the death will happen, predicted very clearly. So he gave the shapa. So
Shapam shrutva Dasharatha dukkitaha abhavat.
So this curse, having heard, Dasharatha, a sad fellow he became.
Putraha bhavishyati iti santushtaha api abhavat.
At the same time, he still had this thing. Look, I don't even have a son, and this fellow has cursed me, saying you will die by the shoka by the putra shoka. That means putra nirgamana shoka, putra vigamana shoka, putra marana shoka, something like that. In this case, we know it didn't turn out to be marana shoka; it was just nirgamana shoka. But anyway, as far as Dasharatha was concerned, Rama was gone. He also went, right? So Rama was gone. That's it. He won't even know how he will live on, etc. So he became happy. At least there will be a son. If I am going to suffer from putra shoka, there will be a progeny at least. So putraha bhavishyati iti santushtaha api abhavat.
Tadhapi shapa bharena saha Dasharatha rajadhanim pratyagatavan.
So with this weight of Shapabhara, he did not return with any animals that he had killed, etc. At least, sadly, he returned with the weight of the curse on his shoulders back to the capital. Pratyagatavan, Rajadhanim Pratyagatavan. Well read, Varya. Thank you. So this is our beautiful sketch of Dasharatha. I don't know who does such beautiful sketches.
Sir, this Dampati is exactly like Hari in Pullinga.
Hari Shabda. Okay. It's a Pullinga Shabda. So interesting. Thanks, Varya. So you can decide who is who, but clearly for me, this is the Kausalya, this is Sumitra, and this is Kaikeyi. Artist has... you can see the artists are extremely smart. Just because they can draw well, no, they bring the bhava variations by which we as a reader can conclude who is who also. Very powerful art. Okay. So some questions, right? So let me call Shobana Godbolevarye.
Yes, sir.
I think Shobana is also from Maratha area, right?
Yes, I'm from Mumbai.
So you would have appreciated Mahodaya's recital of
Actually,
that.
I wanted to add something. This Tapasvi Kumar was known as Shravan. And his parents were blind, and he was taking them for a Tirtha Yatra. That is the story I have heard.
Oh, so he used to carry them and slowly, as he was at
Yes.
Tamasa
Yes.
at that time. Okay.
So this is changed a little, but that
No.
is what happened.
That much is not described here. That's all. They have never volunteered the name, nor have they volunteered the situation. They have not volunteered the blindness. But like you see, even I half recalled there was some blindness involved. So Shravana, okay, Shravana Kumara.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to answer this. Dasharathasya chinta kimartam asit.
बहुकालं दशरथः पुत्ररहितः आसीत् अतः तस्य चिन्ता आसीत्.
Very nice. Simple split. Beautiful. दशरथः बहुकालं यावत् पुत्ररहितः आसीत् अतः तस्य चिन्ता आसीत्. और पुत्रराहित्येन दशरथस्य चिन्ता आसीत्. पुत्रराहित्येन, like that. Okay. So rahitya means absence, right? So you don't need to worry. Just stick with the simple way that you answered is perfect. Okay. अथवा संतानः नास्ति मम इति सः चिन्ताकुलः आसीत्. Earlier I think with Raghu we had that mama santana, something like that was the phrase there. Thanks Bhagini, well done. So today let's call Narsimhan Varya. It's been a while. Narsimhan Varya, your question. Dasharatah tamasa nadi tire kim kritavan?
दशरथः तमसा नदी तीरे
Simple answer, don't need to worry. Give one aspect.
Gajam hantum baanam visrajam.
Very good. 100 marks. Gajam hantum baanam visrujavan. Yeah, correct. I think that's Visrishtavan. You're right. I think you're right. Let's go back and see. Visrishtavan, not Visrujavan. I am wrong. So Gajam hantum baanam visrishtavan. Simple. That sentence you can pull. Okay. Well done. But you can go a little more if you wish. But I kind of gave the whole storyline there. Gajaha iti matva kumbe jalam purayantam tapasvi kumaram banena hatavan. It's left to your imagination. Okay, Samskrita Bharati is not like going to say, okay, this is correct answer, that is evaluate. Oh, good. He was able to construct the whole story in one line. Fine. But even if just you say Gajam hantum Banam Visrishtavan, that's also perfect. That's all that is needed actually. That was the basis function for the rest anyway. Thank you.
Whatever will remain in our mind when we go to exam.
Correct. But just boldly put it down. Okay, don't get too caught up saying, am I grammatically being accurate? It's okay at this level. Mistakes, I mean, we are all students in the end. It is such a big thing to learn. We will never be masters. So,
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Parvati Sriram Variye. Next question for you. Kupitah vruddha pita Dasharathaya kam shapam dattavan. Kuputah na, that tankana dosham, kupitah iti patatu.
Kupitah vruddha pita Dasharathaya putra shokat tavapi maranam bhavishyati iti shapam dattavan.
Perfect. Good. So Kupitah, here I have typed correctly. Tavapi putra shokat maranam bhavishyati iti Dasharatham shaptavan. Okay. So well done.
So one small question. The word matwa, that is coming from which, what is the root?
Mananam, that one.
Okay, sir.
Mananam, I think manyate, something like that. Manute, manyate.
Iti manye.
Manye, that same thing. That's something connected with mind and knowing. Yeah.
I believe.
I believe. Matva, correct.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
That's my guess, by the way. In Sanskrit world, we have to say prayaha because sometimes these dhatus are very gahana. If you search how many dhatus are there in the 2000 dhatu set which relate to movement, somebody did this search, Dhatupata search. You can do it on ashtadhyayi.com actually, using the what is the meaning of the dhatu. So if you just take the meaning of movement and gati, gatyartaka, gati, some 500 dhatus emerge. Can you imagine the power of the language? Just for movement, there are 500 odd dhatus. Okay. So you got to be really careful that I wish we were in that world of deep Sanskrit knowledge amongst these knowledgeable people, when each movement meant something different than the other. There was a slightly different what you call definition space in the map of dhatus that each carried. But today we use everything like dead people, gacchati, achati, puchati, without thinking of the difference. But there used to be a huge difference. Yeah. Okay. Oh, some questions are there in the book also. So some more people get a chance. Okay. Pratibha Pai?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
किमर्थं दशरथस्य चिन्ता आसीत्?
दशरथः बहुकालं पुत्ररहितः आसीत्, अतः तस्य चिन्ता आसीत्.
Perfect. Next, two, you get two. दशरथः किमर्थं देवलोकं गतवान्?
देवेन्द्रः दशरथस्य सहायं प्रार्थितवान् आसीत्, अतः दशरथः असुरैः सह युद्धं कर्तुं देवलोकं गतवान्.
Wow, Bhagini, you're really good. Very good. Clarity of how you construct the sentence. Very good. Please don't stop with the Shiksha, Kovida, etc. Keep going. Okay.
Hoping to do
please,
so.
Please. Yeah. Okay. Now let's call Shri Priya Ramakrishnan. Shri Priya. Shri Priya Varya. मृगयायां दशरथः किं कृतवान्?
मृगयायां दशरथः तपस्वी कुमारं बाणेन.
Good. No, accepted. She went straight to the final scene. But you know, the intent of the question is the initial aspects, though. I mean, you're right, but the way you said it, as if he was wanting to hunt the Tapasvi Kumara, it comes out. So I would slightly avoid that answer, give Dasharatha a bit of credit and say, Mrigayayam Dasharatha Krura Himsra Praninam Hananam Kritavan, something like that. Okay? Stick to something basic now. But you are right, you will get your marks. So continue, Shri Priya, one more you get. Okay. So anyway, I wrote this. Let us see. Mrigayayam Dasharatah Tamasa Nadi Tire Gajaha iti matva Vikalpen Egam. I also went to the final. Maybe I should have stuck to Himsra Praninam Hananam Kritavan, something like that. And then maybe add on all the rest. But enough to give first answer. Fine. I think you went to the final answer as such, which I thought 3 years ago was smart to do. But yeah. Okay, next question. Nrupaha durat kam shabdam shrutavan?
Nrupaha durat gajasya shabdam Shrutavan.
Gajasya jalapana shabdam shrutavan, something like that. You can say Gajasya shabdam atava tamasa nadi tire jalam pibantam pibatah Gajasya shabdam shrutavan. But that all becomes difficult to do vibhakti viparaya pibatah and all that. So it's okay. Gajasya shabdam shrutavan is acceptable. Okay? Nrupaha durat jalapurana shabdam shrutavan. Jalapurana means the filling of water. Gajaha jalam pibati iti manan shrutavan. Galam jalam pibati iti shabdam shrutavan. Okay. Well done, Bhagini. Thanks. So, Indiravariye, you get one question.
Yes, sir.
Shapam shrutva Dasharathasya dukkam santoshaha cha kimartam abhavat. Why both dukkha and santosha happened?
Sapasya Shravanat Dukkam Abhavat.
Correct.
Putraha Bhavishyati iti karanat santoshaha abhavat.
Very good. Well said. So, tava putra shokat maranam iti shapam shrutva, but no need to say all that. Shapam shrutva Dasharathasya dukkam abhavat is enough. Putra rahita asidapi tada kila. He was without son, no? Atah putra praptihi bhavishyati iti karanat santoshaha cha abhavat. Well done. This rhetoric question in the middle is something from the author to the reader. This kind of things are there, no? They're thrown in to color the way we describe things. Well done, guys. So let us take a break, water break. So 12:01. So 12:04, we will, in 3 to 4 minutes, 12:04, 12:05, we will start again. Okay. Please take a water break. So welcome back. So we continue our learning of how to interpret verse forms of storylines as described in our Kavya. And we are continuing, of course, the Sankshepa Ramayana portion of Valmiki Ramayana, the selected verses from that in this 8th section of 7th lesson. So let us read where Rama is. Sajagama vanam viro Ramapada prasadakah Gatva tu sa mahatmanam Ramam satyaparakramam Ayachadbrataram Ramam Aryabhava puraskritah Tvameva raja dharmagnya iti Ramam vacho bravit. This Anuštub is a brilliant thing, and if there are very simple rules there. Actually, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, but in each 8 there are some couple of places, 3 places within the 8 where you have to be careful that something is guru, something is lagu, and there is a kind of anti-symmetry. So the even padas have one type of rule, the odd padas have a slightly variant rule. Okay, that's why it fits into this recitation beautifully. Okay, I am not the best. Anybody here wants to volunteer to read this in the classic Anuštub Geeti? Ladies here, I'm sure have good practice. Okay, all right. So that's okay. So that's what this thing is.
Sir, is this the style of Ram Raksha?
Sir?
Ram Raksha, Anuštub Chanda, same he has written Ram Raksha.
Oh, okay. You call it Ram Raksha. Okay. Okay. See, Chandas actually in its original dhatu form means covering. Okay. Chanda means something, it's covering. So the protection sense is there to that dhatu. So Rama Raksha, because Ramayana is entirely written in Anuštub. So Rama Raksha is like Ramayana Chandas in Parichaya. Okay. Yes, that's what, sir. Okay. So let us see this once more, read once more, and then see the meaning slowly. Sa jagama vanam viro Ramapada prasadakah Gatva tu sa mahatmanam Ramam satyaparakramam Ayachad bratharam Ramam Aryabhava puraskritah Tvameva raja dharmagnya iti Ramam vacho bravit. Okay. Saha jagama, visargalopa. Saha jagama, he proceeded, went. Okay. Lit. Okay. Vanam, to the forest. Veeraha, one who was very brave. Ramapada prasadakaha, one who was pleasure to the feet of Rama. See how beautiful this phrase only Indians with our culture can appreciate. What is this pleasure of the feet? Okay, so that we know. So Rama Pada Prasadakaha, one who was provider of pleasure to the feet of Rama. Beautiful. So Gatva, to having gone, indeed, Saha Visargalopa, Mahatmanam Ramam Satyaparakramam. So Satyaparakramam and Mahatmanam is Visheshana to Ramam, Karmapada. Rama as an object, who was a Satyaparakrami, one who was with great true valor and who was a great soul. That Rama, he asked, Ayachat, okay, lung. So he asked, see, Valmiki is not only using lit, he's using lung here. Ayachat Brataram, also Visheshana to Ramam. Brataram Ramam. So who is Saha here? Very clear, Bharata, because just now he has refused the Rajya and all that we read, no? Vasishta and others, Pramukhas, implore him to take on the leadership, but he says no, and all that. So Saha Bharataha it will be. Okay, so Brataram Ramam. Ayachat, he asked. Ramam is directly there, so we don't need to. So twice it is there. It's okay. Arya Bhava Puraskritaha. Again, it is in Pratama. So no confusion whose Visheshana it is. Bharatas Visheshana. So Saha. So Bharataha. So Bharatasya Visheshanam Arya Bhava Puraskritaha Bharataha. So one who was endowed, Puraskrita we can say, take in the sense of endowed with the true qualities of gentlemanliness, Arya Bhava. So great, endowed with gentlemanliness is the literal translation. I can read it. Literal, finally English may come up with something better, but that's fine, right? So Puraskritaha Bharataha Kim Ayachat. Kim Ayachat Agre. Agre Asti Kim Ayachat. What he asked? Tvameva Raja, you are indeed the king. Dharmagnaha, you are the knower of the Raja Dharma. Iti, so Ramam Vachaha Abravit. So he told this with these words, he did this Ayachat. So a little bit extra Kriyapada is there. Ayachat is also there. Abravit is also there. Okay, so you can kind of connect a little bit. Padavibhagah. So Ramam Aryabhava Puraskritaha. So it's not correctly stated here. Technically, Padavibhaga should also show the lopas. Okay, it is the duty of the Padavibhaga to reverse the sandhis. So even if it is a lopa sandhi like Saha, that should be highlighted here. So they kind of missed it. So I say there is a Padavibhaga in Saha, Vanam, Kama, Halantamakara, Padavibhaga is there, Virha, Padavibhaga is there. Padavibhaga doesn't mean just breaking some collection of letters and making it to two collections and then only Padavibhaga happens. When you unravel a Sandhi, even if already there was a Vibhajana, that also is Padavibhaga. So Saha, Kama, Jagama, Kama, Vanam, Halantamakara, Kama, Viraha, Kama, like that. That is Padavibhaga. So don't forget all of them. Ramapada Prasadakaha, no break because it's Samasta, Gatva to Saha again. Mahatmanam, Ramam, again Halantamakara. Satyaparakramam, already in Halantamakara. Ayachat, reverse it to Takara. Okay, Brataram, Dakara here because of the Ba. Okay, in fact, in the original Ramayana, this Da will merge into this Ba. Brahmam. So Ayachat Brataram will go into one compound. Okay, and Brataram Halantamakara, Ramam Vyoga. So here again we have to break. That they have shown. Okay, Arya Bhava Puraskritaha, one word. Tvam Eva. Okay, they have shown that. Raja. So that is Pratama Ekavachana. So there is no change. Dharmagnyaha Visargalopa. Iti Ramam Halantamakara. Vachaha Visarga Utva reversal. Abravit Purva Rupa reversal. That they have shown. So they have shown some highlights, but they have actually missed some critical lopas and utvas and all that. So you can say little bit underdone there. to state that the remaining words are single words. They may look like that, but they are not really in their original form due to Sandhi influence. Anvaya. Now they are going to use this opportunity to teach us the Anvaya. Before we have kind of understood it, but let us see how they proceed here. Okay. Following the steps taught in the previous lesson, try to write the Anvaya of the verse. So they have kind of do it for us, though they say, do you try it? Identify the verbs first. So let us do that. Jagama, lit. Gatva, clausal, tvanta. Ayachat, lang, very clear. Vacha, abravit. So we got Jagama, clear lang, clear tinganta, gatva, kridanta, clausal verb. Then we have got abravit and ayachat. 3 tingantas and 1 kridanta we got. So that's what they have listed. No, they missed the gatva as a clausal verb. I would list it because, see, vanam gatva. So vana is a karma pada for the gamana kriya. So there is a little underbaking here. To my discerning eye, I think little underbaking is there. But somehow they imagined some asi somewhere. I think tvameva asi, like that they have taken some asi there. You are like that. Okay. The 3 pradhanas are identified. So let us move. The verb asi is not found in the shloka, but supplied to complete the sense. Now, one thing, please take it from me. This is not the only way to unravel the Anvaya. It is the reader's freedom to reform the sentences slightly differently as long as the meaning is not destroyed. Okay. So here, like we also got ayachat is there, but what he asked is not there, and then it goes on to say abravit. So we can kind of evam ayachat, something like that. We can conclude that part and then say abravit, and this whole process has the evam aspect of the ayachat. We can conclude that way. So there is no asi and all that is not required. Okay. Oh. Because asi is there because tvameva raja dharmagnaha includes, it finishes with the visheshana. So asi iti. That's what they have taken into the quote of that. So that completes that. So my problem more is how to connect abravit with ayachat. Okay. Okay. Adyahara. Asi is not there. It's adyahara. Okay, fine. So don't be surprised if sometimes I am in slight disagreement with what is there in print. That is the spirit of learning. Okay. According to the verbs, the words in different vibhaktis can be grouped as under vibhakti, prathama, dvitiya, ktvantam. So here they have identified gatva. So see, under kriya padani it is listed also. Anyway, no, kriya padani they have listed those actually. Sorry, jagama, ayachat, asi, abravit. Gatva they have put it subservient to ayachat. Okay, fine. I would actually put a subcolumn gatva under ayachat as a clausal verb below ayachat. Okay. And they put pratama Rama pada prasadakah veeraha saha Bharataha basically under jagama. Perfect. I agree. And the karma for the jagama is the vanam brataram ramam. No, brataram ramam doesn't belong to jagama. Brataram ramam ramam drashtum, something is there. Okay. Satyaparakramam ayachat. So it goes under ayachat because ramam satyaparakramam ayachat. So if it is under ayachat, it will be more fitting than under jagama, because he never, you can kind of in a far-flung way you can say he went to Rama, ramam jagama, but vanam jagama, brataram ramam ayachat is better fitting, right? So I need to cross check with my superiors whether actually you can say ramam jagama, brataram jagama sense in the dvikarmaka sense of jagama. Like Lakshmanam Vanam Jagama, like that. I mean, to seal towards Lakshmana and to Anna he went like that. I'm not convinced with that.
Sir, I think it is print mistake because in the third point, it is given in with the second, with the ayachat, it is given. Bhrataram and
see, so our gut instinct is feeling better, right? See, Bhrataram Ramam ayachat. Yeah, so go with your gut instinct. Sometimes these books Maybe in your print it is Parishkrita, but I would disagree with putting under Jagama. Anyway. So then under Ayachat, Arya Bhava Puraskritah Saha. Again, actually, see, they have just done some what you call arbitration, we say in English, na? Let us put these qualities in this and those qualities in that. But Bharata is the common karta in both. So you can kind of literally just bring Bharataha under Ayachat and conclude and put all there, or distribute like they have done. Because there are two sahas in the sloka, one they have thrown there, one they have thrown here. I am in agreement with that. I would put in bracket Bharataha also here to clarify who is saha. Okay, and then Ramam, this we agree, Dvitiya, Mahatmanam, Satyaprakramam, Ramam, except we dispute that these two also, Bhrataram should also come here. Okay, that's all. Vanam should definitely stay with Jagama, there is no doubt. And then Ktvantam Gatva. So Vanam Gatva, it comes under that. Okay, so Gatva, Vanam Jagama, Vanam Gatva, Evam Tatra Bhavati. Ayachat. You can put as a subclass under Ayachat, or you can put Gatva Jagama don't go together. Yeah, they don't, because both are trying to tell the same thing. So you cannot subservient Gatva and then end with Jagama. So you have to say Gatva Ayachat. That is a pair. Having gone, he asked. You cannot say having gone, he went. That is like a false subservience of the Gauna Kriya. So this is a better subservience. I agree the Gatva comes under Ayachat. There is no dispute. So this kind of arbitrations we have to carefully do. That's what so much color is not there in all the description, but by looking at the table we can argue. So then you see that quote comes here. Tvam Raja Dharmagnaha Asi. No doubt. Okay. Then Saha, again Bharataha, Vachaha Abravit. Okay. Vachaha is Dvitiya. Okay. Vachaha Abravit. Like that. Number 3, when we put the above words in prose order, we get the Anvaya in the following sentences. The indeclinables iti and tu have to be put in appropriate places. Okay. Last consideration line. Ramapada prasadakaha veeraha saha vanam jagama. No problem. Bharataha in bracket. Aryabhava puraskritaha saha vanam gatva. Atva tatra gatva. Okay. Tu, they have just thrown in. Satya Parakramam Mahatmanam Bhrataram Ramam. Agree with this stacking behind Ramam. Ayachat. He begged him. So maybe we don't need to say what he asked. It is obvious probably in the context of what emerges. In a bowed down manner, he prayed to him. Like that sense comes from this. So maybe we don't need to seek further. Dharmagnahatvam eva raja asi iti saha Bharataha Ramam vachaha abravit. Agree with the last one. So maybe we shouldn't look for the connection between Ayachat Abravit. Just leave Ayachat without needing to seek what he Ayachat. It's obvious from the clause of what follows. Evam Ayachat could be said if you wanted in bracket. But Evam is redundant because Abravit is there to conclude this. So Evam is not needed. Otherwise, this needs to become a subquote under that. So yeah. No dispute with these 3 sentences, a little bit columnar arguments that we have carried out. All right. So some beautiful pictures as usual. Chitrakute agantam bharatam ramaha alinganena swagati karoti. Beautiful picture. Rajasthani shaili a little bit. Then yatha bharatena yachitam ramaha swasya paduke bharatam dadati. This looks more like picture from some TV shot, something like that, because the characters look like real life people. But anyway, yatha bharatena yachitam ramah swasya paduke bharatam dadati. This will come ahead. It's a little bit ahead of times, this verse, this picture. Okay, now they have come to Pratipadartha. So this is again favoring English, so I won't kind of focus much on that. We have understood. But Tatparya is more interesting for me, and maybe we can kind of always understand how to extend what is there in Tatparya. So this is what Bharata not only refused to ascend the throne, see context from behind, but also went to where Rama was to persuade him to come back and rule the kingdom. Little bit of presumptive statement of what is going to ensue. He went and fell at the feet of Rama. See, Ramapada Prasadaka has been explained beautifully there. Okay, this humble gesture of Bharata brought pleasure to Rama also. This whole thing is about Ramapada Prasadakaha. How you open up that single qualifier into two sentences. Beautifully done. So I appreciate the tatparyas everywhere because it goes into the bhava of simple visheshanas. Otherwise, I think everywhere why Kavi has thrown simple visheshana again. Viraha Ramaha, Satyaparakramah Rama. Some contextual interpretation has to be taken like this. And then, of course, this beautiful temple proportioned this picture of Rama. I am not sure. This is, I think, a portal name. This is the original author's name. I am not able to. Sri Krishna somebody.
Sir, it is possible that this is from a book by somebody called Adam Hardy, who wrote about the Indian temple architecture, especially the mixed variation between the South and Dravida form. It is possibly from that book, sir. I can confirm later.
This one looks perfect match to Chola bronzes to me. Chola bronzes uses this proportion and this kind of configurations and this kind of Kirita shaili. So this is a Chola bronze picturization, as far as I can tell.
Right, sir. It looks like that. I can check.
Chola bronzes. Oh my God! I mean, God, they were great metallurgists.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they were not small either. They were all huge bronzes. Okay, so having fallen at his feet in all humility, Bharata made this request. You are my elder brother. You know what is right and what is wrong. Dharmagnya. It is the right of the eldest Tvameva Raja. It is the right of the eldest son to ascend the throne after the father. So you are the rightful heir to the throne. What a noble soul he was. See, this is Kavi Udgara in between. So Tatparya also we can put Udgaras like this. He had no desire for regal glory. At a point, I don't even know how to pronounce this word, poignant moment like this, his wisdom and nobility found expression in this gesture. Although the kingdom was offered to him without even his dreaming of it, he declined the offer. He knew that Rama was the eldest son who was endowed with all the good qualities that a king had to possess and was, after all, the Uttaradhikari, the deserving lineage son. No other thought came to his mind. He went over to the forest with the confidence that he would bring Rama back. Another nice fill in the color type of picture of Rama. Though they have a little bit feminized it, but it's okay. So with that, we have finished the Subhashitam. Sorry, Anuvada, Anvaya section. So next we go to Anuvada Paddhatihi. So let us read the verses once and then come back here. So, Sajagama Vanam Viro Ramapada Prasadakaha Gatva tu Samahatmanam Ramam Satyaparakramam Ayachad Brataram Ramam Arya Bhava Puraskritaha Tvameva Raja Dharmagnya Iti Ramam Vacho Bravit. Finished. Tang, one bell has to sound. Anuvada Paddhatihi. You know that past participles, Bhutakrudantaha, are used in place of verbal forms of past tense. Apathat, patitavan, patitavati, patitavat. This is Kartari. Alikhat, lang versus ktavatu. Alikhat, likitavan, likitavati, likitavat. Akarot, kritavan, kritavati, kritavat. Agachat, gatavan, gatavati, gatavat. No problem. We are following so far. For the language to be simple, it is advisable to use past participles at this level, right? I would say don't forget your lungs, okay? Not just LUNGS. Our Panini's LANGS, all lungs. They can be used without making a single mistake. They haven't come across people like me. With practice, you can get greater command over the language. You already know that the argument letter A argument in the sense of prefix they have said for that. Should precede the verb in the past tense. This happens both in lit and lung, by the way. Extreme care must be taken if the same verb comes after a preposition. So this is very good. So now they're saying, see, apatat is without preposition. So suppose some patat something is where to put the pra? Should it be put before the akara, after the akara, before the dhatu? We are told upasarga plus dhatu. So where is going? This is the important learning that they are coming to now. Okay? Very nice. Because the argument comes before the verb root, so that is pradhana. This akara that we add is the first element that comes into picture. After the preposition. The preposition is after the addition of the akara. So it has to come behind the akara in the sense. Okay? Not before the preposition. So praharati is praharati, this is lat, present tense, no confusion. But when changed into past tense, the letter comes after pra. So pra plus aharat. So we have to finish the lung and then add the upasarga. Praharat. So dirgha, savarna dirgha happens. So is the correct form in the past tense. Apraharat is wrong. Sometimes we go praharati, apraharat, like that. Our brain tries to conjoin like that. That is not the way. Saying praharat, please do aharat and then add praharat. It may not be intuitive, but please do that way. They're saying. Okay. Observe the few other examples. They have done nice list of examples for us. Viharati, strolls merrily. Wow. Vi plus aharat, vyaharat. E plus a yana sandhi. See? Yana sandhi, savarna dirgha sandhi, they're all playing here. Okay? Vihrutavan, past participle of the same thing. Okay? So there is a different play there. Vyaharat, vihrutavan. Samharati, sam plus aharat. Samaharat. See, this is the samyuktakshara. M plus a, samaharat. Okay? Then samhrutavan. So this tavatu is not worried about this akara, right? Tavatu has no such akara prefix addition as lung does. So that simply starts from the dhatu. So harati. So it starts with harati. And some has to be added even in the past participle form because that is the same upasarga meaning carried there. So harati goes to hrutavan. Samharati goes to samhrutavan. Simple. There is no akara to worry about. That's all. Okay. So don't come from here to there. Come from samharati to samhrutavan. Then it is easier. Or actually harati to hrutavan, then samharati to samhrutavan. Okay. That is the. So don't go to past participle from the lung. Go from the dhatu. That's what is the important thing. So svikaroti. Svi plus akarot. Svyakarot. Okay. E plus a, again yan. Svyakarot. Then svikritavan. So this is karoti kritavan. Svikaroti svikritavan. Simple. Upavishati. Actually again vishadatu. Right? Upa plus avishat lung. Upavishat savarna dirgha. Then here upavishati upavishtavan. Simple. Vishati vishtavan. Upavishati upavishtavan. Pravishati pravishtavan. Entered. Uttishtati. So, ut plus atishtat, udatishtat. Here, little more sandhi is at play. So, the takara softens to dakara due to jashtva. Okay. And then there is addition to akara. So, it is not utatishtat, it is udatishtat. Softening. Okay. So, this one is a little tough because jashtva is being applied to a upasarga, but there is some sanya to in the Panini Prakriya. Upasargas have a padasanya in some places which allows jastva sandhi to happen like this. Okay. Anyway, it's a little detail. Don't worry now. Udatishtat. Then uthitavan. Uthishtati uthitavan. Mahaprana is happening here. Interesting. Uthitavan. Okay. So here, if it was just tishtati, what would have been the tavatu? Can somebody volunteer?
Sthitavan.
Sthitavan. Well done, Varya. There is a sakara there. Okay, stha dhatu sthitavan. Okay, but with ut addition, utthitavan. So ut plus thitavan has gone into a completely transformation of utthitavan. Okay. Again, I don't know the prakriya, but you can see a lot of things are happening there. Prakshalayati, pra plus akshalayat, washed. Okay. Prakshalayat, savarna dirgha. Then prakshalayati, kshalayati becomes kshalitavan. So prakshalayati becomes prakshaalitavan. Straightforward. Agachati, a plus agachat, agachat. So this is he came in the past. So this is again savarna dirgha and agatavan. Gachati gatavan, agachati agatavan. Straightforward. Udaharati, harati plus ud. So ut, oh, there are two upasargas. That's why dirgha udaharati. Ut plus a plus aharat. Two upasargas. Okay. Ut a again uda, again the same softening we saw there, no? That softening uda, and then udaharat. A plus a is savarna dirgha. So udaharat. So one jastva with softening, and then one savarna dirgha. So udaharat. Here it is simple. Aharati harati hritavan, udaharati udahritavan. Very easy. Prapnoti plus apnot. So apnot. So in fact prapnoti is also plus apnoti. So apnot. Okay. See this, there is already a savarna dirgha in the apnot. Already apnoti is there. The dhatu itself has apl, something like that. So there is a akara further added, doesn't change much, remains a. You cannot make it apnot. So a only. That's it. Prapnot. So praptavan, easy one here. Apnoti, aptavan, prapnoti, praptavan. Angikaroti, kritavan. So angikritavan. So here angi. So angi plus akarot again. I don't know, it's a standard upasarga. Maybe it's one of those extended ones. Akarot, angiya karot. See, e plus a, yan. So we are seeing savarna dirgha, jastva, yan, etc. So we have to be aware of that. All right. So let us take a break because it's a Sunday and we are having afternoon class. I don't want to keep pushing you guys too long. So come back and let us do these exercises and keep moving. Okay. So hopefully afternoon, I will take a little extra stretch if required to conclude this lesson. So good afternoon, and please do come back at 3 o'clock in good numbers and let's continue the exercises. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.